You open your eyes, pulling yourself out of a deeply immersive, complex storyline. As you do, the world you just lived in begins to dissolve. Within minutes of waking up, the entire environment you inhabited is gone. While you were in it, the experience felt physically and emotionally real. You responded to the environment with the same intensity as you would in the waking world. Now, you are left with the emotional residue of the dream, the feeling of the experience, without being able to access a single factual detail. Even though it takes significant processing power to generate these vivid narratives, the memory system treats them as disposable. Every morning, your brain erases hours of intense neurological activity, leaving the previous night's experience as if it never existed. This chart maps the stages of a standard human sleep cycle. This specific section represents the REM, or rapid eye movement phase. During REM sleep, the brain isn't resting. It operates with almost the same electrical intensity as it does during full consciousness. The brain is actively rendering 3D spatial environments, vivid visual imagery, and intense emotional responses. This requires massive amounts of biological energy to construct, yet the brain abandons these environments almost as soon as they are built. In this state, the brain acts as a reality simulator that lacks a functioning hard drive to store its own creations. This cross-section shows the biological mechanism. While the visual cortex is active, the memory centers are powered down. The brain generates complex stories, but the save button is inactive. Data flows from creative regions, hitting a barrier, failing to integrate into long-term storage. This only changes if you are abruptly awakened while the REM cycle is still in progress. A sudden jolt to the system forces the dormant memory centers back online fast enough to capture the data while it is still being rendered. A natural, slow awakening allows that data to degrade completely before the memory centers have fully booted up. Forgetting a dream isn't a biological mistake. It is the result of the brain intentionally disabling its own recording equipment. Over a single lifetime, this process results in the loss of years' worth of constructed narratives and emotional experiences. Can this hardwired limitation be bypassed to retain that nightly data? It is possible, but it requires conscious effort in the first few seconds of waking. Keeping a physical dream journal and recording thoughts immediately acts as a manual override, forcing the waking mind to engage the memory centers. Consistently practicing this habit trains the brain to bridge the gap between the simulator and the memory centers, making the save function more efficient over time. Tonight, you will experience hours of story. Whether any of it survives until tomorrow morning depends on you. Subscribe for more explorations of the mind.